Hello, this is Ryan from NowGamer.
And this is Adam.
And this is GTA Online because we actually got in.
Managed to eventually, yeah.
Yep. How long has it been out for?
It came out Tuesday. I managed to actually play Thursday.
So yeah, I mean, obviously there's been a lot of problems with it. We believe the culprit is server stress, which happens with launches of MMOs and GTA Online being as big as it is.
There are about 1 billion people trying to play the game, to be fair, so...
Yeah, I mean, whether you excuse them or not for the problems is neither here nor there because we've played it and we just want to focus on the actual gameplay of the multiplayer side, particularly for those of you who haven't managed to get into the online side of GTA yet, so...
Yeah, just so you know, it is a little smoother now as well, so if you are interested in trying, you've been holding out, it might be worth trying to jump in if you can.
Yeah, this is the PS3 version. There was a title update that's just been released to help alleviate some of the problems. But as I say, we just really want to talk about the core mechanics of GTA Online. So, I mean, where do you begin with a game like this? Because you've played it, I haven't. I really wouldn't know where to begin. So, I know it starts with the tutorial race.
Yes, you're introduced to Los Santos by Lamar, everyone's least favourite character, I think, in GTA. And he basically talks to you for a bit, and then you have to do a race. It is, actually, ironically, it's against an AI. So why people struggle to even get the mission done in the first place, I don't know. But yeah, after that, it tends to unlock various things at a fairly fast pace. So. And
it takes place in the same world that GTA 5 does, and by that I mean the same locations.
Yes, exactly the same.
Is anything sealed off, or...?
Initially, a lot of the stores and things need to be unlocked, but apart from that, you can go and explore as much of the world as you could in GTA 5.
So one thing I've noticed is there's a counter at the top of the screen that says 7 and 8. I presume that's the leveling up system.
Yeah, I mean this was recorded earlier on when I was playing, so I'm at a lower level than I am now. But yeah, that's basically, as with all Rockstar multiplayer games, you have a rank, and I think the maximum is 100. And as you do various tasks, depends what it is, might be a mission, might be a race. I got some just for holding that store up then, but also you get some for evading cops. Basically you get awarded everything you do has some kind of XP gain, and you level up, and as you level up you unlock different weapons and abilities and stores and things.
There's a massive explosion outside, presumably unrelated to GTA Online. Maybe it's the servers going down again.
It's the chaos.
But how does what do you actually do in the world? I mean, do you see the other players about? It's 16 players online, right?
Yeah. I mean, anyone who's played Red Dead's multiplayer mode will know what to expect for the actual open world aspect of it.
Good driving, by the way.
Oh yeah. There's an epic chase here, so I would enjoy this. Yeah, so everyone who's played Red Dead kind of knows what to expect from an open world. 16 people, you can team up with them, you can race them, you can start impromptu races, you can shoot them if you really wanted to. But that's just as the open world. You can do it solo technically, providing no one runs around and guns you down in the process. But this time you have a bunch of different objectives and missions you can complete. They might be more scripted, like traditional GTA 5 missions, or they might be races or deathmatch modes, and they all you unlock them after a couple of missions, but they're all there. There's a good deal to get through if you want to see everything brand new with it.
How do you find other players? Because I've noticed a lot. This so far has kind of been by yourself.
Well, this spawned me in the middle of nowhere when I was recording this. So
there are other players in this particular game, though, right?
In this one, yeah, they appear as little white dots on the map, and when you get close, you can see their names above them, so you know they're there. You get different types of people. You get people who want to team up and want to help you rob a grocery store, or you get those who, more prominently, you get those that want to just go around and shooting you in the face, which can get a little frustrating. You can enter passive mode by paying $100.
And what does that do?
That basically means no one can take your car, and no one can damage you.
Sure.
Brilliantly, they can still knock you over, so there's still a lot of griefing to be done, because people can just basically park the car above you then and you can't even get up.
But I'm guessing it doesn't work that when someone attacks you, you can just switch on and off passive mode at will.
No, you have to pay for it beforehand. Yeah. It's in the interactions menu. It's easy to get to, but you do have to activate it manually.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've been hearing about some of the cool things that Rockstar have added to GTA Online. Now, I've not played it myself, but one of the things I've heard is you can sing in the shower and get bonuses, or you can shout down the mic, which helps you hold up stores faster if you've got your gun pointed at the clerk. What kind of things have you been finding so far?
It's things like that. They're very. I haven't done the singing thing, but I have heard about it.
You're not going to sing in the office, right? I mean, we'll forgive you that.
I'd rather not. But there's a lot of little things like that. There are quite neat little touches, but for me, that's not really what is so impressive about it. What is impressive is different kind of adventures, type of emergent things that might not happen. Say someone tries to steal your money before you put it back in the bank. A chase will ensue. Then you obviously don't want to let him have your money.
Yeah.
So you'll chase him down. You'll try and kill him, and he'll try and escape. You could put a tracker on your car. Someone might steal your car, so you know where your car is, and you can hunt them down by looking for that car on the map. It's neat little things like that kind of make its open world a little bit more interesting than just a standard multiplayer mode. Because outside of the missions, there are a lot of kind of emergent things to do.
Do the actual mechanics change with, say, the gun combat or anything? Because I know some games, like, they speed up or slow down the reticle to adjust for multiplayer, I guess, for balancing purposes. Do you notice any of that?
Well, it's all based on stats, like it is in the single player. I mean, the stats aren't quite as initially aren't quite as high as the characters you get in single player, but they do level up over time. So the idea being, you keep playing it. Once you get to level 100, you likely are going to get 100% max stats.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm on, I think, level 2 out of 5 for shooting, driving, and stamina or something. But these things do improve over time. So in a lot of ways, it is like an MMO where the more you play it, the more you level up, and the better your skills become.
Yeah.
But outside of that, they haven't really changed anything. Although I will say one thing: a lot of people I've noticed, and myself included, have noticed in single player, if you jump and try and throw a punch at the same time, you'll fall down flat on your face, and it's hilarious. You do it in front of cars and all this lot. But for some reason that doesn't work on GT Online. I don't know why. I don't know if they've taken that out, or...
So that's because that's basically the move where you can throw yourself at the ground.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
They've taken that out?
Yeah, it's the first thing I tried and just wouldn't let you do it. Don't know why.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know if the patch has removed it or what, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing because that's really funny.
We've obviously spoken about the server issues, and again, the purpose of this video isn't really to discuss that, because hopefully it is server stress and they'll alleviate as time goes on and more people get to the online side of things. But in terms of the actual netcode and what you've experienced so far, have there been any obvious instances of lag crippling the gameplay or anything like that?
Well, as you said, I'm playing on PS3, and that's been notorious for Rockstar games to be a little bit laggy and have issues and with connections, but on whole, it's been flawless. Once people actually connect, I've not actually noticed any lag, whether that's in the open world or in missions and deathmatch mods. It's been flawless as far as I'm concerned.
And what's it like when you get to battle another player?
When I get to?
Battle another player, like shoot at another player or enter combat with another player. How does it compare to offline? I mean, just in terms, because obviously you're fighting against a human now, rather than an AI. So does the combat mechanics hold up to that?
Yeah. There was one particular character I was playing with, not on this video, I don't think, but he was basically the typical griefer who's going around shooting everyone regardless of what they wanted to do. And I didn't expect it initially, and he killed me. And then when you respawn, you basically appear fairly close to where you die. I'd seen that he'd killed someone else, and he was coming around to get me. As he raced around the corner in his car, I was on foot. I managed to pop a headshot as he was driving towards me, and he obviously didn't expect it. But the fact that I could do that kind of highlights how solid the mechanics are. A lot of people criticise Rockstar for its shooting mechanics, but I have no issues with it. I think it's as good as a single player. So if you get on with that, I would turn free aim on, because the lock on is a little bit ham-fisted, but yeah, on the whole, spot on.
So any last words on GTA Online, what you played so far?
Yeah, it's still a little bit limited. I liked the idea of this persistent world, but a lot of that doesn't seem to be happening. You have the trade and stock market element, but that's not really a major part of it. As it stands, everything you do in your game will only affect that game, from what I can tell, and the people in it.
Because one of the stock markets can be influenced by the multiplayer side, is that right?
Oh yeah, and single player as well. So in single player, if you blow up planes that are only on the Borsak stock market, it will eventually affect that as well. But again, that's just kind of a separate point. The actual persistent element where you have your apartments and things like that, it doesn't really feel like you're part of this larger world. It just feels like you're based inside a world with 16 other people, 15 other people even.
Do you think that's something that can be fixed with patches, or do you think that's just a fundamental flaw with the actual design of it?
I just think there isn't. Rockstar haven't had the time to put the content in yet. I think it's something that will turn up in time, and we'll see a lot more of that. And heists and things are coming soon, so I think it's one that we need to keep our eye on. But the core mechanics there is spot on, and if anyone likes GTA and they like playing in the open world and just enjoying it for what it is, then you're going to enjoy this too.
Cool. Well, you've been enjoying it, you've been playing it, so fingers crossed everyone else can jump on soon as well.
Yeah, give it a try.